Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad to see you here. The idea for this video I had at the back of my mind for quite some time now, but recently bestie Bella suggested it under one of my videos and I decided that I actually want to do it like right now. So yeah, as you saw in the title, as you saw in the thumbnail, blah blah blah, in this video we would be deciding how many pages I have to read each day. I don't have the wheel right now. Right now I have this rainy ambiance because it is raining outside. It's cold, it's gloomy, that's why I'm wearing this hoodie literally at the end of May. Global warming and climate change is no joke. The amount that I would get each day would be a minimum required page count that I have to read each day. That's not that I'm gonna read this amount of pages and just stop. No, I can read more, I just can't read less. We'll be doing this, I think, for like a week or so, maybe like 5 days, and we're gonna see how many books I can read during this time. Alright, this is the wheel. I made it myself and I filled it with numbers starting from 25 up to 200. I can read more in one day, but it is Sunday right now, so today I can read a lot even though it's 3 p.m. already, but during the week, with being a full-time student plus having a job, I doubt I can read more, so 200 is the max that is on this wheel. And I also will not be removing the number that we get just so that we could get like high numbers every day. Maybe that would be fun, maybe no. I don't know, we're gonna see. I'm ready to start because today all I wanna do and all I will do is read. So let's spin and see how many pages I have to read today. Yes, I was hoping for a high number because all I want to do today is read. So I'm really thankful that we got 200 pages, literally the max amount of pages I can get. So I'm happy about that. This was not planned, but I feel like it is just perfect that it happened because the book that I will be starting right now is She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. This is a translated version, so this is why you may not be able to read the title, but maybe recognize the cover because it is the same. Why I'm saying that it is perfect for this video? Because the first video I saw by Bella was the video where she read this book and she loved it, so she was the reason for me to add this book to my TBR. So I think it's just perfect that I will be reading this book that I bought because of her video in a video suggested by her. Also, let's just appreciate this book because it is gorgeous. Look at this. The cover is stunning and it also has sprayed edges. It has like gradient sprayed edges. Hello? And this is how the book looks underneath. It has the same dragon as on the dust jacket, and here it says, I'm gonna try my best to translate. I'm not the best at translating. Sometimes I feel like English and my native language are just two separate languages in my brain and they do not intercept. But here it says, she didn't just want power, she wanted the whole world. I'm excited to read this book. I'm excited. I'm very much excited. Also, the bookmark that I have, it looks like someone's drowning in this book and asking for help. This is literally the only bookmark I have. We're gonna be using this one. From what I gathered from the back of this book, it's gonna be kind of a mix of Mulan and the Puppy War, which Mulan is my all-time favorite cartoon literally since I was the kid, and I read The Puppy War last year and I absolutely loved that book. So if this is even somehow similar to Mulan or The Puppy War, I know I'm gonna eat it up. I'm gonna try my best to explain what this book is about from what I got from the back of it. We basically have this brother and sister, and this one person says that the boy will have everything and the girl will have nothing, but then the boy dies. So his sister decides to kind of steal his identity. So she goes as him into this monastery in order to survive and kind of get her brother's destiny. So far, this book sounds like something I'm just gonna eat up and completely love and adore. So I just can't wait to... Are you just getting louder and louder? So I just can't wait to go and finally start it. I just made it to chapter 6, page 105. Honestly, I feel like I don't really have much to say. In the first part, we were following our main character, Zhu, and now in the second part, we are following completely different characters, and I'm like, uh, what happened to Zhu? Are we gonna see her again? I hope we will. I want to see her again. This book is moving rather fast, but not fast in the way that so much stuff is happening and you just can't stop reading and you want to find out what happens next. No, it's rather in a way that it's written somehow surfacey. Like, we're not really getting deep into some stuff. There are a lot of time jumps for like a couple of years ahead, like 5 years ahead, 2 years ahead. So I feel like, at least I'm not really growing close to our characters just because I feel like we don't really get to know them that deep. I read half of my goal for today. I still have to read another 100 pages, which honestly now I'm not that confident in reaching my goal for today as I was earlier. Not much to say right now, so I think I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow when we're choosing how many pages I'm reading tomorrow. I do look kind of crazy, but let's just ignore that, okay? As you saw, yesterday I failed, and it is actually the next day. It is Monday now, but the whole morning I've been actually reading She Who Became the Sun, and I made it to page 210. So I did reach my yesterday's goal because I decided if one day I'm not reaching my goal, I'm just gonna add that amount of pages to read the next day. So, the whole amount of pages read will be the same. They will just not be distributed the same as they were supposed to be. And even though I'm almost halfway through, I really don't have much to say. I don't know how to feel about the book. I'm enjoying it, but also not really. Like I said, it's more surface level and it does not go in depth into some stuff. So I'm not really enjoying that. Also, what I find really irritating and what irritates me a lot is that our main character, Ju, she talks about her wanting this greatness that was originally said that her brother would have, but she never specifies what this greatness is. She just says, "Oh, I want greatness." What is greatness? Define greatness. And some stuff that she does and some stuff that is happening in this book is questionable in a sense. So I don't know how I feel about this yet, honestly. I'm flying rather quickly through this, but I wouldn't say I'm really loving it. Now, it is time to decide how many pages I have to read today because even though it is 4 p.m., I still will read a lot. So I'm just gonna flip the camera, show you the screen, and we're gonna spin the wheel. Okay, there we go. So let's spin. Okay, this is actually perfect. I feel like, okay, you can see me. This is perfect. Okay, let's talk. Alright, I feel like 50 pages is perfect. Maybe 25 pages would be better, but 50 pages is still not a lot, which means that I'm gonna go and read these 50 pages and I'm gonna get back to you once I'm done because 50 pages is not a lot. That's like a couple of chapters. I actually just realized that I stopped on page 210, so I'm gonna have to finish this chapter, get to chapter 12, which is page 225, and then 260, like I said, it's chapter 13, which means that it's not a couple of chapters, it's one chapter. That's low-key crazy. Good morning. It is Tuesday now. I just woke up and I look crazy. So I'm not showing myself, however, I'm showing the wheel because I have some time to read. So I thought, why not spin the wheel now, get our pages for the day, and then I'll update you a little bit later. So without further ado, let's spin the wheel. Okay, I actually very much. Oh, you can see me. Hello. I actually very much like this amount of pages for today. I feel like it is pretty much doable. So I'll talk to you later when I have some updates on my today's reading, and we're also going to talk about what I read today and how I feel about that. See you! It is evening now of Tuesday. It's almost 8 p.m. I thought I'd give you a quick update, even though I'm not yet done reading for the day. But I do want to talk about the books that I've been reading, specifically one book that I still haven't mentioned that I started, The 7 Year Slip. But first, let's talk about this book, She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. It's still pretty boring and still not really much happening, even though a lot of stuff is happening. I just can't see where the book could go. And I'm over halfway now. So I don't know how to feel about this book, honestly. I am obviously gonna read more, but it's not my top priority book now. The book that I prioritize reading is The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. It's just so good. Oh my god. I honestly did not expect to love this book as much as I am loving it right now, because with popular books, I find that because they are too hyped up, I find myself being too excited for them, and then my expectations are not met and I'm disappointed both in myself and in the book. I am over halfway already, and I started the book last night. Like, what do you mean? Okay, I stopped mid chapter. Rude. I am on chapter 28. In the middle of chapter 28. And that's like, wait, whoa, wait. I did not expect to be this far into the book. I like have a third of it left. Okay. Interesting. First of all, obviously, I love the unique setting. I've never read any book like this, and I always love finding something unique and something not done before. I really love our FMC, Clementine. First of all, the name is so cute. It's adorable, literally. I find myself a lot in her, so I really love to follow her and her telling about her aunt and what they were doing and their life before and about her aunt's past. It's just also interesting to read about, and I also love Ashley Poston's writing because even though it's not something extraordinary, it's just so beautifully done, and I already have quite a few quotes that I highlighted that I really love because she just has this beautiful way of writing that has a way to tell exactly what I'm feeling. Now, let's talk about Ewan. I love him. He is adorable. First of all, he's hot. He's also a chef. So he cooks for her, and everything he cooks is delicious. And the description of food in this book, even as a picky eater who literally eats nothing, my mouth is full of saliva while I'm reading it. And that says a lot. But just the way he acts, the way he talks, the way he cares for Clementine, even though they haven't known each other for that long, is just adorable. And he's just a walking a walking green flag. So I'm not gonna take much more of your time because it is time for me to get back to my book boyfriend. Not mine, obviously, he'll be Clementine's, but you know what I mean. So, see you later. Hello and happy Wednesday. Let's just all collectively ignore that I have a roller in my head. I just woke up and I don't care. So, we're gonna be like this. I'm gonna talk about my reading yesterday a bit later today. Right now, I want to pick amount of pages that I have to read today. And today, I only will be reading She Who Became the Sun. Here's my laptop. So let's spin the wheel and see how many pages I have to read today. Okay. I feel like 125 is pretty doable and I will be able to reach that goal today. So this is how much I will have to read today. Yay! It is time to talk about The 7 Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I ended up giving the book 4.75 stars. It was amazing. It was honestly almost perfect. However, I did not have the 5-star feeling, and unfortunately, that stops me from giving the book 5 stars. Even though in all other aspects I really loved it, I adored it, I devoured it, I just simply did not have the feeling that it should be a 5 star. Maybe the fact that I read it in 2 days kind of lowered my reading because I feel like when I read books too fast, I'm not really connected with them. But I just couldn't stop reading, so I don't know how I could have read it in less than that. Clementine was really relatable in a way. I found myself a lot in her, like I said yesterday, and I loved the nickname that Evan had for her. That's so cute. I am a sucker for meaningful and cute nicknames, just yes. Yes. This book is also fiction, but I still would say that it is mainly romance because the whole book is centered around her trying to find Ivan in her lifetime and then getting back to him 7 years back. But that's not only romance because, like I said, it has a lot of fiction dealing with grief and just struggling to be an adult and finding things that make you happy and going for them. Anyway, this book is just amazing. Please read it if you still haven't. It's quite a popular book, but I still think that not all people read it, obviously. It was just great, amazing, and I really loved it. And I do get the hype. Now, back to this bad boy because I've been reading quite some today. I am this far into the book. I'm on page 330. I read 70 pages today. Still haven't reached my goal, but I will definitely reach it either now or later today. So far, really not much to say. I am not that I'm loving it, but not that I'm hating it. I'm kind of in the middle, I am really neutral about it. So far, it feels like 2.5 star because right in the middle because I literally have no feelings towards this book. It's just kind of weird, but not in the sense that, oh my god, I hate it, in the sense that I just don't care about it. We're following kind of like two separate sets of characters who sometimes intertwine, they meet in a certain circumstances. Not gonna talk about that. Unfortunately, I'm not loving it, and I'm always so disappointed when I don't love stunning books. Enough yapping because I feel like I haven't really said anything meaningful and that special, and I didn't add anything new about this book. So now let's go and read and hopefully make a lot of progress. Hello and happy Friday. I did not film anything yesterday. I just did not feel right. However, I did read. Yes, without spinning the wheel, deciding how many pages I have to read, but I did read, and I think I ended up reading around like 80 pages. I'm not sure. I'll put the number on the screen because I don't remember at what page number I started. But let's talk about She Who Became the Sun because yes, I finally finished it. In theory, and from what it says on the back, I thought that this book might be just perfect for me because it sounded like a perfect combination of Mulan and The Poppy War, my favorite cartoon and one of my favorite books from last year. However, it was bad. It was boring the whole time. I was waiting for something to happen, and yeah, stuff happened, obviously. There were battles, oppositions, and all that fighting stuff, but it was just so boring, and I couldn't care less for any of the characters. I feel like my favorite character was Ma, and that's it. I loved her. She's amazing. She is a great character, and I really loved her, but that's it. I gave this book 2 stars, which it's not awful, obviously. I did not hate it in the fact that the worst book that is ever written. No. I feel like it might be a perfect book for some people. I'm just not those people. And now let's talk about the book that I will be reading next. And we're gonna also spin the wheel to decide how many pages I have to read today. The next book that I decided to go with is Forging Silver into Stars by Brigid Kemmerer. I read the synopsis and it sounds really good, like a good fantasy book with some romance in it. So I'm pretty excited to start it and find out what it's about. Now, I'm gonna turn around the camera so it's facing my laptop and we're gonna spin the wheel and decide how many pages I'm gonna read today. Actually, we're gonna spin 2 times because I want to spin for tomorrow as well, because tomorrow is a pretty busy day and I will not be home, like almost at all. So we're gonna spin today and hope we get a teeny tiny amount of pages. Okay, let's spin for today, so for Friday, and see how many pages I have to read. I'm hoping not for a big number. Okay, 25 is like teeny tiny number. I hoped we'd get 25 for Saturday, but apparently we didn't. Okay, now let's spin for tomorrow, so for Saturday. Again, hoping for a teeny tiny number. Okay, that is not a teeny tiny number. Would it be cheating if I switched them? So today I read 150 and tomorrow I read 25? Because I fear that's what I might do. In no way I'm reading 150 pages tomorrow. My video, my rules, so I fear I'm gonna do that. We are here to talk about Forging Silver into Stars because I started the book. I read a little bit. I think I read like 10%, maybe a little less, maybe like 9%. I'm not sure. We have 3 point of views. Callan, Jax, and Tycho. I can't quite understand where the plot could go, but I love the writing. That's for one. Two, I already like the characters, and the situation that they're put into is like, what are you gonna do? Babies, what are you gonna do? So I'm intrigued, I'm excited, and I'm happy to jump back into this world, into this story. However, I haven't reached my 125 pages goal. Hello. It's actually Sunday now. I was supposed to wrap up this video yesterday, but I did not. So I'm here to end the video and talk about my reading on Friday and Saturday. I only reached my goal yesterday. On Friday, I read 82 pages, and on Saturday, I read 60, I believe. So I did not really reach my goal on Friday. That sucks. But I am loving the book so much. It's really fun. I love all the characters. I love the setting. And I love how complicated the story is and how complicated the conflict is because I just can't see how everything's gonna turn out. And I love how complex all the characters are. I can understand why all the characters act the way they do. And that sucks the most because I can't just hate a character. I understand why they're doing what they're doing. I'm sorry for not being active these last 2 days. I just really didn't have much time. Forgive me, please. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Comment down below this emoji if you've made it this far into the video. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and bye bye!